Call to order of the Solano Community College District Governing Board meeting of May 20th, 2026 at 6:30 p.m. Please join me with the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Roll call, please.
President Cargo Reed.
Here.
Vice President Wayne Greer.
Here.
Trustee Honeychurch.
Here.
Trustee Kara.
Here.
Trustee Thurston.
Here.
Trustee Young. Trustee Voice.
Here.
Student Trustee Rodriguez.
All right. So approve of the agenda except removing agenda item 14G. Do I have a motion to approve excluding agenda item 14G? And remove as amended.
I'll second that.
All right. It was moved by Trustee Rosemary Thurston and seconded by Trustee Quentin Voice to approve the agenda as presented. Is there any discussion? All right. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Oppose? Abstain? The motion is passed. Comments from members of the public, closed session. All right. There are no comments, good. From the members of the public on closed session items, we're going to recess for closed session at 6:31 p.m. Thank you. Okay. Good evening, everyone. We are reconvening our regular meeting, 7:12 p.m. Report of action in closed session. There was no action taken in closed session. We're going to move on to student trustee recognition. Superintendent President Dr. Butler.
So during this item, we wanted to take some time on the board to recognize our student trustees. Both our current sitting trustee, Veronica Rodriguez, who is graduating. And I don't think she's made a decision about where she's going yet, but she's trying to make a decision between UCLA and Berkeley. So very excited for her. And we also have our former student trustee, Shreya Sharinivasan, who is here. When Shreya transitioned and Veronica came on board, we did not plan accordingly, so we didn't have the opportunity to recognize Shreya, so we invited her back tonight to also be recognized. Shreya is graduating and going to Stanford, studying abroad, and I can't remember what country.
Oh, wow, congratulations.
So thank you. I do have some items for the students for President Cargo Reed and Vice President Wayne Greer to present. If you want to come up.
Please join me in front of the dais, ladies. Thank you. Thank you. I'll take
This one is Shreya's.
Got it. Thank you.
If I may, while they're coming up, I just also congratulate Veronica Rodriguez for being a student speaker at the Latin A graduation. It was phenomenal. And in addition to moving on to Stanford, Shreya finishes high school next week. So she's a dual enrolled student. So she's also finishing high school at the same time as, all of their college work. So congratulations. Yeah. We'll just stand up behind.
I don't know where.
I think you should stay right there.
Oh, we have to get up
We'll
close.
just be a second.
Yeah. Okay.
One more photo.
Anne-Marie, one more photo. Anne-Marie, one more photo.
I just want to, before taking your seats, because I know Shreya has possibly some wants to share some words because Veronica actually sitting on the board and can share. But I wanted to give you an opportunity if you wanted to make any remarks or comments.
So got it. Alrighty. Okay, well, good evening, everybody. It's so great to see your all friendly faces again. It means so much being back in this space. I feel like I've grown up in this room, whether starting out as student trustee way back when, in 2023, and now it's 2026 and I'm graduating. And it really taught me that I learn the most when I'm most uncomfortable. Actually, being in this space when I was only, I think it was like 14 years old when I started, I absolutely knew nothing. I sat on that dais and I had a really strong voice and I wanted to speak my mind, but I didn't truly understand the power of my voice at that moment. I remember seeing like Dr. Voice all the time and I'm like, what is going on? What does this word mean? What does this acronym mean? And honestly though, that's truly where I learned the most, was when I was really pushing myself to learn new things, to understand what my power meant. Even though I didn't necessarily have a vote, my voice was my vote. And I keep reiterating that every single day to everybody I meet, because your voice can be so, so powerful. And so when I'm going into these new spaces where I feel uncomfortable, I remind myself that that's truly where I'm going to grow the most, and especially going into Stanford, where I'm going to be surrounded by so many, immense, powerful minds. I'm going to be uncomfortable. I'm going to be scared. I'm going to have a lot of imposter syndrome, but that's where I'm going to grow even more. But I truly give a lot of love and thanks to everybody in this room, because you all taught me what I could do with my voice and what I'm going to do with my voice. And I hope that you all saying here or moving on, or whatever your future has for you, that you understand the power of your own voice too, and you're able to use it to make a difference. So thank you truly from the bottom of my heart of shaping me into the person I am today.
Thank you so much, Rita. And to student Sharia and student trustee Veronica, your service and contribution to the governing board, we just thank you so much. And of course, her contributions prior. It has been a true honor to watch both of you, and we wish you nothing but the best from the governing board to you. And please keep in touch. That's all we ask. Thank you. Well, Veronica, would you like to? Thank you. That way we can hear. Thank you.
Hello, Governing Board and President Cargo Reed. I want to begin by saying thank you for such a transformative year and for everything I learned while serving in this position. I will miss this role deeply, but as I transfer, I plan to take all the leadership qualities I've gained here into the university I attend next. One of the first things I'll do is to look for student government and get involved in campus events and clubs, because the experience showed me how powerful student leadership can be. Healing from imposter syndrome through programs Solano offers, such as Puente, taught me that I do belong in spaces that once felt intimidating. I used to think leadership meant having the loudest or strongest voice, but as I grew, I realized that even the quiet ones have something meaningful to say. And their voices matter just as much. And to that I say do it even if your voice is shaking. To the incoming student trustee, Vani, my advice is this. It can feel intimidating to sit with the table with the board, but never forget that you are here to represent every student at Solano. Your voice matters. Be sure to always ask questions and speak up. Remember that the board wants to see through your lens as a student. I'm so proud of you, and I'm excited for this new journey. I know you'll do amazing. Attending school events is crucial. Students want to know who is behind the big decisions at Solano. Please continue showing up. Your presence at these events truly matters. Students feel seen, supported, and encouraged when you show up for them. Thank you to everyone who created a space where I felt comfortable sharing my thoughts, and thank you to Dr. Butler and Tiffany for supporting me throughout my transfer journey.
I'd like you to stay.
I would love to stay. Thank you to my siblings and for my parents. for your endless support. Even when I felt like giving up, you all motivated me to keep going. All of my siblings attended Solano, and two of my sisters transferred to the top universities, UCLA and UC Berkeley. My oldest sister, Cicladi, is currently studying at Northwestern for her MFA. And sis, I know you're watching this. And thank you so much for showing me around UC Berkeley and taking me to your lectures as a kid. It changed how I saw my future. Even when you were going through your own struggles as a first generation undocumented student, you still set time aside to show me everything college has to offer. No pasa nada is a phrase I carry with me. It reminds me that everything is going to be all right. It's a simple yet powerful message from my father that taught me to move through challenges with patience and grace. This moment is not only an acknowledgement of my hard work, but also a testament to my parents' sacrifices. With everything Solano has offered me, the programs, the opportunities, and most importantly, the guidance, I am proud to say that this falcon is ready to leave the nest. And now I have the privilege of choosing between UCLA and UC Berkeley for my next chapter. So thank you all so much.
We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, Trustee Marianne.
Two precious gems, young ladies. And I know that you will be soaring. I will read about you in the newspaper, see you on TV doing positive things to turn this world around in a positive direction soon. Thank you for being students at Solano College.
Thank you. Yes.
Veronica made sure to note that we knew Bonnie was in the audience. Bonnie Carr Burgee is our new student trustee for next year.
All right. It's nice to meet you. We'll be working with you coming up. So it's good to see you. Thank you for coming. Now we're going to move on to comments from members of the public. Let me go ahead and say this disclaimer here. The public may comment on any item within the board's jurisdiction, even if the items are not on the agenda, during the public comment portion of the meeting. However, the law prohibits action by the board on non-agenda items, so the board will not respond to items not on the agenda. Speakers are limited up to 3 minutes. If you wish to speak to a particular item on the current board agenda, you can share comments during public comment, or you can wait and share comments at the time the board takes up the agenda item. We do have a public comment from Roxanne Cobb. Please come up. Hello. Welcome.
Mrs. Scott, would you click the
Microphone,
microphone on?
please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Good evening, members of the board. My name is Roxanne Cobb. I'm here at Solano Community College as a nursing student. I'm here before you tonight because I have exhausted every avenue within the program, and I believe the board deserves to hear directly from a student whose education has been derailed, and not by my own actions, but by the failures and personal biases and barriers of faculty and staff, including within this room. I hold a documented ADA accommodation and a medically certified exemption from a licensed California physician, which legally protects me and guaranteed under federal and state law. Despite this, I was allegedly denied clinical placement at North Bay Medical Center. However, North Bay informed me personally that the vaccine in question is not actually a requirement at their facility and that a standard declination form exists for this exact situation. That form was never presented to me by the program. The solution was available, it was simply never used. So what makes this situation particularly serious is that the obstacles I have faced do not appear to be purely administrative. Unfortunately, I have to name names, but Program Director Maura Mornick, and Nursing Education Specialist Megan Duncan, and others in, like I said, in this room have allowed their personal beliefs to influence decisions that should be governed solely by law, college policy, and my documented medical needs. These personal barriers, again, not my performance, not my qualifications, not any deficiency on my part, have resulted in my inability to complete my OB rotation and threaten removal from the program. That is not acceptable and is not legal. Under the ADA and California law, this institution has an affirmative duty to engage in an interactive process and find reasonable accommodations before a student suffers harm. That process never happened, but what had occurred was discrimination. And I want the board to understand that I do have legal obligations, of course, available to me. However, I was not trying to take that path. I'm here because I simply just want to finish what I started, which is becoming a nurse. And I'm asking the board to make that possible before this goes further. So this is a unique situation from what I've been told, and I'm asking for a unique resolution. One, this board has the authority to direct. I am flexible, as mentioned. Oh, is that my mic? I'm flexible and I'm available during the summer, this summer if needed, to complete what is needed to be completed. So my request is that a resolution to be found either the summer or at some point to complete my OB rotation through the declination form that already exists at North Bay or placement to be found to accommodate me. Second, that I am permitted to proceed into third semester as originally scheduled without any barriers. And third, that my spring 2027 graduation date remains intact. Again, I'm not asking for anything that any favors or was not earned. I'm asking just what should have been arranged for me from the beginning. I came to Solano Community College to serve this community as a nurse, and I've done everything right. I'm asking the board to do the same. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Any other public comments? Okay, okay. All right. Thank you. We're going to move on to reports, and we're going to hear from the Associated Students of Solano College. Hello. Welcome.
Okay, before I get started, I wanted to say something for Veronica and Shreya. You guys have influenced me to take this leadership role and these opportunities that I would have never otherwise known about, and been great mentors to me, great friends, and great board members. I'm really going to miss you guys, and seeing you guys here is making me a little sad knowing that this is the last time Veronica will be serving on your board representing our students so well. And now with my report. Okay, so we held our last Associated Students of Solano College board meeting 2 weeks ago, and in this final meeting of our academic year on May 8th, we amended our bylaws to more clearly outline rules and better fit the needs of associated students, as well as amend our inter-club council constitution. In part, we also changed the name of it to STOCS, Student Organization Council of Solano Community College. We are currently, we just had our last day of finals hours, in which we have students fuel up for their finals, have a place to relax and decompress. In fact, a lot of professors also participated in some of our events, like our collaboration with Anapi SAP on Tuesday, where they learned a unique way to do embroidery. Yeah. Our last thing that we did at our meeting was complete our board elections, which is very exciting. So I'm going to announce our new board members, and they're going to stand up and give us a little wave. So the positions up for election were president, vice president, legislative advocate, and student trustee. The results were as follows. President Angelica Ducalon. Vice President Logan Huntley. Legislative Advocate me, Prabhnar Garwal. And student trustee Vani Burji, and she has some words for you guys since she'll be working with you guys the most, so she has some words to tell you.
Wonderful, thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Vani Burji, and before I start, I also wanted to say a few words to Veronica and Shreya. Thank you guys for motivating me for applying to this role and running, and all the guidance you guys offered me. I couldn't thank you guys enough, and I will miss you, and I wish you luck for all your future endeavors, and hopefully we stay in touch. And I promise to trouble you guys and ask you multiple questions throughout the next year. So yeah. Just to briefly share some of my goals, I want to ensure campus safety, build communication and build community and connection throughout the college, and also offer support with counseling. And I'm super excited for this role. Thank you.
Thank you. So excited. All right, thank you so much. We're going to move on to Senate Academic Senate. Josh, hello, welcome.
This is actually my last update to the board this evening. My term is ending after 4 years. Rachel Purdy of history faculty is going to be replacing me, so you'll be seeing her heading forward. This is a really cool aspect of shared governance in the California Community College model, right? That teachers, we take turns, we step into these roles, we get to interact with you, with administration, just the same thing we're seeing with students, right? Really able to participate, make sure our voices are heard, and build important relationships, so then we get to go back to the classroom and someone else steps in. And so I've really enjoyed the time with you all. Feel like I've learned a lot through this process, and but I have no doubt that it's going to continue in a very positive direction with Rachel, who you all will love, I'm sure. And otherwise, in our last meeting, we approved, we had our distinguished faculty, right? So every year we identify usually one full-time and one part-time faculty member. This year, our committee, when we were looking at the distinguished faculty, were split. There were just two excellent candidates that they really wanted to nominate and bring forward together. One of whom is Laura Mahoney, an economics instructor and a current distance education coordinator, and the other is Erica Beam, an accounting instructor and the DE coordinator specifically during the time of COVID, when we pivoted to 100% online in very short order, as everyone's aware. And really seeing, Laura during a time of, with RSI, and us really looking at distance education, right? That because we had such significant, not just us, but really all over the country, growing pains, right? Coming from having a minority of our classes offered in online really as like a specialty almost, right? A lot of us faculty not having any experience teaching online, to then coming in through 100%. We all scrambled, innovated, did all the things, right? But then a couple years later, we're like, okay, let's really make sure this is working well for all students, and that even specifically when looking at accreditation, that the good work we're doing is actually being shown to accreditation teams. Then that's where I think Laura really came in and helped us make that transition. And so it felt really good for the Senate. Definitely seems wonderful. I really acknowledge both. And then Janley Marshall, as a part-time faculty member of long time in theater, has done really remarkable things as well. So we'll be able to hear more about them and honor them next year at maybe multiple moments. But I just wanted to share that here. Another item we talked about in our last Senate meeting was, I'm sure you all have heard quite about this as well, the Canvas hijacking, shutdown, situation. Luckily, unfortunately for us, the Senate, John Corneliuson was there. So we had a chance to really kind of talk through the process, learn more about what was happening, and then also really start thinking about yeah, how would we handle this next time, right? This is something we've heard a lot nationally, that specifically with AI and the ability for people to really mount much more aggressive attacks against infrastructure, right, that this could happen again, right? So a lot of us as teachers, though, we're realizing, especially for our current semesters, everything's in our Canvas shells, right? And as we're looking 1 week out on finals, that like most of us didn't even have access to grade books and other items outside of Canvas, right? Because the whole like Canvas has become this complete ecosystem that we operate in. So we're really, okay, what if this were to happen again, or if Canvas has stayed shut down for a longer period of time, how would we have handled that, right? So fortunately for us and for the hundreds of other schools around the country and world, thousands, that were impacted. This was a short piece, but I think all of us are having to now really think about what does that look like. We can download our grade books, but doing that manually, probably not a recipe for success on a large scale, right? So how did we build that in? So these are conversations we were really just starting in our last Senate meeting with John and his team, but something we'll certainly have to come back to next year and be thinking about more going forward. Otherwise, another item that we explored in our last Senate meeting prior to that I want to share with you all is we went through some bystander training as part of from our Dreamer Center with USRA, kind of helping to guide some of that. And that was really helpful for us to be thinking about whatever our larger politics might be about immigration and issues like this, that I think we all can agree that we need to take care of our students, they need to feel centered, they need to feel safe, and that we as teachers are their allies, and that we really want to make sure they feel that way. And so, learning more about how we might move through situations that could, in theory, arise, have not, it felt really useful and important for us to address as a Senate. Otherwise, this sort of is it for me, and we don't have more Senate meetings in the summer, so not a lot of to talk about in the front window. Besides, we are having a joint retreat in August, right after we get back in school. That'll be with union, academic senate leadership, and administration, and this feels like a really nice way for us to build relationships, to identify real goals together, so that we can go into the next year strong. Otherwise, that concludes my update.
Thank you. I look forward to hearing that. We're gonna go to
President Cargo Reed.
Yes.
I just wanted to say before, on behalf of the board, it's a pleasure having you here. So I thank you very much for your service as Academic Senate President. I think you make your thinking clear, and it's always clear that equity is the strong through line of your thinking, and so it never feels like you're grandstanding or things. I always I really appreciate your insights when you talk about different issues, and I hope that if not being Senate President actually frees you up to be even stronger, and you don't have to worry about appeasing everybody. Now you can just be the force that you are on this campus. So thank you very much, Mr. Scott.
Well, yes, we've really appreciated your reports. We've seen you at all the events, and it's been a pleasure to have you for the last 4 years, and we look forward to, is it Rachel Purdy coming in? But thank you for all your hard work as Senate and President, and we've appreciated you greatly. Thank you. Is there any other comments? EP?
I'll just say that we'll miss your cowboy hat.
And the belt.
In fact, where is it tonight?
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Josh. We're going to move on to College Governance Council.
Yes, before I get started, I also wanted to say, Josh, we will miss you, but I know there are some agenda items that Josh and I didn't get to, so that we'll probably continue to try to move some things forward. And he has a sabbatical in the fall, so congratulations on the sabbatical, and look forward to continuing to do good work with you. So for college governance update, we met on April 22nd and May 13th. The committee updated policies and passed new policies and procedures, one of which is BP 1037, Board Order of Business, which reorders our board agenda at the request of Trustee Voice to put recognitions officially on the agenda. And we also reviewed a new drone policy from our Department of Public Safety, and that policy and procedure will be coming to the board. We passed the 2026-2029 College Strategic Plan, which will also come to the board for approval. And the committee received an update regarding the future work of the Student Equity and Achievement Plan, and an update on the Accessibility Services Center. For the superintendent president update, since my last update, we have completed faculty, VPs, staff, all of which have been involved in the hiring process of, I believe it was 13 faculty positions. We have not gotten acceptances from all of them, but they are in HR in process, so everyone has received an offer letter. It has been a challenging work because there's so much going on during the semester, but I just want to thank the faculty and staff who've been involved in the process, and we have had some amazing candidates and look forward to meeting the new candidates and you engaging with them. So hopefully we will have some coming on future agendas to approve. Since my last update, the governor released the May revise for 2026-2027. The revise balances the budget for the governor as he leaves office and continues to support the Chancellor's Office Vision 2030 priorities. We've also kicked off student celebrations and recognitions. I just want to thank all of the trustees for their attendance to these events and celebrating our students from the Puente celebration, the Mesa celebration, the Black Student celebration, the Asian American, Native Hawaiian, Pacific Islander student recognition, our commencement celebrating our LGBTQIA students, and then today we had our nurse pinning and cosmetology, and I just want to thank all of the board for making time in your busy schedules to be in attendance. I know our students appreciated you being available and just supporting those inclusive spaces. So thank you. We also had the retirement celebration for faculty, staff, and administrators. All of the board was in attendance, and I have had several faculty who noticed, and that really meant a lot. So thank you. And then some cool updates from Solano Athletics. The Solano College Athletics hosted 2026 Hall of Fame last week. In addition to the inductees, the women's volleyball team was recognized, receiving the Athletics Director Award. It's our Coach Darla who's retiring, and also the new, beach volleyball coach, Michaela Johnson. And the teams, both the indoor team and the beach volleyball team, were recognized. And it was just serendipitous because the beach volleyball team was volunteering for the event that night. So they truly embodied the four pillars of academic excellence, community service, athletic excellence, and good citizenship. So they were just a great team. The beach volleyball team also just highlighted that two of the members made it all the way to state. So the pair made it to state, and the team finished 13th in Northern California, and I think 3rd in their division. And this is only their second year of the sport. So really proud of them, and that is why Darla missed the retirement celebration, because she was at state. The other inductees included Jennifer McCrum in softball from 2010-2011, Katie Knopp, soccer 2006-2008, Laura Lawson, women's basketball 2013-2015, Ariel Clay, women's basketball 2012-14, Lainey Brown, volleyball 2011-2013, Kyle Bible, baseball 2008-2009, and Eric Visser, our previous athletic director from 2014-2025. We also celebrated the 2013-2014 women's basketball team under Coach Matt Borchert, and we celebrated the 2009 women's soccer team under Coach Jeff Cardinal. It was a great celebration. The students actually traveled back to Solano and really shared some heartwarming comments about their time here, what Solano means to them. So I was really proud to represent the college at that event. And tomorrow, we will be celebrating the 2026 commencement ceremony at 6 p.m. at the stadium. And we look forward to celebrating with over 500 graduates this year. And there is also a live stream available at solano.edu on the homepage. That concludes my comments.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your report, information, Dr. Superintendent, Dr. Kelly. All right, we're going to move. Oh, did you have something to say? Oh, okay, I thought you raised your hand. All right, we're going to move on to the consent agenda. All matters listed under the consent agenda are considered by the board to be routine and will be enacted by the board in one motion. There will be no discussion on these matters prior to the time the board votes on the motion unless members of the board, staff, or the public request specific items to be discussed and or removed. Time will be provided before the vote for clarification, questions without removing an item from the consent agenda. So do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda? All right, it was moved by trustee Anne-Marie Young and seconded by trustee Rosemary Thurston to approve the consent agenda. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? The consent agenda was passed. Going to move on to non-consent agenda items. The Superintendent President Kelly, Dr. Kelly Butler will present. Thank you.
I almost forgot this item. So we have the board resolution, election order for consolidated board members. Basically, this agenda item 9A is in accordance with Ed Code Section 5322. The governing board must approve and deliver to the county superintendent of schools a resolution specifying the board seats that are up for election and the district's interest to appear on the November ballot. And we're asking the board for approval.
All right. All right, is moved by trustee Honeychurch and seconded by trustee Young to approve the board resolution election order for the consolidated board member election. Is there any discussion? All right, roll call, please.
Trustee Thurston.
Aye.
Trustee Honeychurch. Trustee Voice.
Aye.
Trustee Kara. President Cargo Reed.
Aye.
Vice President Wynn Greer.
Aye.
Trustee Young. Student Trustee Rodriguez.
Aye.
Thank you.
All right, the resolution was passed. Thank you. We're going to move on to 14B, Human Resources Director. Mr. Abate will present. Thank you.
Thank you, President Cargo Reed, members of the board, Dr. Butler. Tonight we will be acknowledging a retirement for one of our deans that has been with the district for over 10 years. I know VP Williams has a prepared statement, and then I do believe there's a few blue cards as well, the people that would like to speak in the audience. So,
thank you. Welcome.
Thank you, members of the board. Tonight we honor the retirement of Dean Sandy Lamba, who's in attendance tonight. He moved to the back. He's close to the door. He wants to go. I want to read a few comments that were submitted, as well as my own thoughts, and then we'll let some other people speak, and then Sandy does want to address the board tonight. This is from his colleague, Dean Tony Zitko. When asked to write a few words about Sandy, I realized pretty quickly that it would be difficult to summarize the impact he's had on Solano College and me personally. When Sandy became Dean of Social and Behavioral Science, I was already a veteran survivor of administrative turnover. But when Sandy arrived, something changed. He stuck around. He listened. He cared. He supported his staff and faculty, and he actually knew my name. Sandy led the department with integrity, consistency, vision, and genuine care for the people he worked with. One thing that struck me is that Sandy never treated leadership as being about titles or authority. His leadership style was rooted in service, mentorship, and a belief in people, all people. My own relationship with Sandy is one of deep respect and friendship. He served as my mentor and challenged me to grow professionally. Indeed, Sandy ultimately inspired me to pursue a management position myself, something I had honestly never considered before. So Dean Zitko was an adjunct faculty member in political science working with Sandy, and then he became a dean. From his first day at Solano College to present, Sandy has been a champion of the institution, a champion of SCC staff and faculty, a champion of his friends and colleagues, and perhaps most importantly, a champion of the students. But through all of his devotion to Solano College, Sandy never lost sight of what mattered most, his family. College life can get very busy, but it was always clear that his family remained the utmost priority. Now, Sandy was an exceptional dean, but I think it's also important that history accurately records one additional lesser-known fact. He was, Tony says I'm going to change that, he is a surprisingly good dancer. I won't say he missed his calling, but he sure gave the students, staff, and faculty of Solano College something to talk about. People remember leaders for a number of reasons. Some are known for their policy making, some for their committee work, and still others are known for their budget and organizational skills. But the truly great leaders, the really special leaders, are remembered for how they make others feel. Supported, inspired, valued, appreciated. More special and important than they see themselves. That is the legacy that Sandy leaves behind. I am but one of the many people whose lives were positively impacted by Dean Lamba. But from the heart, thank you, Sandy. Thank you for believing in the people you led and inspired. Thank you for making Solano College a better place. You will be deeply missed, although you now have the time to perfect those dance moves. Congratulations, my friend, on a truly well-earned retirement.
Oh, thank you.
Of course. Now, if you will allow me some personal comments for myself, Sandy's one of the nicest individuals I have ever met. Tony already noted in the comments I just read. Sandy's kindness was evidenced in how he treated all of his colleagues and students with the utmost care and consideration. Sandy's easy to talk to. He's a true listener. He's always open to new ideas and finding a solution that meets the needs of the most people. He served as the administrative voice on many participatory governance committees and was a longtime district representative in contract negotiations. Faculty and staff respected his insight and appreciated how easy he was to work with. Sandy understood the business of the community college as well. In a previous life, when he was the president of Heald College, he was expected to meet enrollment targets and offer classes that students needed. In fact, he was accountable for that. As the Dean of Social and Behavioral Sciences, Sandy brought that mindset to Solano. He oversaw a division that did not have a large number of full-time faculty, but did offer the bulk of the general education courses for students. I always enjoyed the friendly competition that he had with our Dean of Math and Science every semester. Whose classes had the highest fill rates? Who generated the most FTES? Whose faculty got their grades in first? Sandy usually won. I already miss working with Sandy, but I know he's enjoying semi-retirement, spending time with his wife Liz, playing pickleball, and anxiously anticipating the return of his beloved 49ers to their glory days. Maybe this is the year, Sandy. Maybe. Just got to get past that little rematch on December 7th, so mark your calendar. Sandy, congratulations on your retirement. I think you're nailing it so far. I miss you.
Oh, thank you. It's a one, Lene. Hi, Lene. Welcome.
I feel like I've been spending many evenings with all of you in the last week or so, but it's good to see you all. Board of Trustees, President Butler, Vice President, my Senate President, Director over there. Hello, everyone. We did celebrate Sandy in the fall semester and said goodbye to him at that time, and then recently heard he's on the board agenda, and so we're all like scrambling. So I'm representing, as usual, my psych team, and so some of my colleagues wrote in, and I'd like to read their comments first, and then I'll share my personal comments. Professor Mary Gotch states, I appreciate Sandy's support over the years and that he has advocated for faculty. Dr. Saki Cabrera, in her way, says, inclusive from the start, I missed your smile, your engagement, and being battle ready in terms of program support and dance moves. Thank you for your trust, for your supporting my wellness. Your kindness will forever remain in my heart. I'm so happy for you and your family. Live it up. Salud. Now my comments. Dean Lamba joined SBS when we really needed a stabilizing force 10 years ago. The School of Social and Behavioral Sciences had been around for about 5 years at that time. I don't know exactly. And in that time, we had had 3 interim deans and 1 full-time dean. And so we were just floundering. There was a period of time when I was the coordinator and they're like, can you just sit in the office? Because we need someone to just sit there, right? So I thought, oh, being a dean is not hard. I sit here, people come in, they talk, they solve their own problems and they leave, right? I thought, wow, that's a pretty good job. Not one that I wanted, but it was a pretty good job, right? I was on Dean Lamba's hiring committee, and he told us he was looking for a place to be until he retired. I appreciate that he was true to his word. I also served as coordinator of SBS when Sandy joined us. I know he thought I was bossy, not something other people at SCC would say about me, but I do remember Sandy telling my colleagues not to worry because Lene will be with me and she has no problem telling me what to do. Sandy has been steadfast, kind, and always managed to find and bring the best cookies ever to our meetings. He engaged with our department and he engaged with the college in many, many ways. We could always count on Sandy to represent SBS at college events, especially contests. We all know that Sandy is not competitive, right? I wish him well in his retirement, and I look forward to meeting him on the pickleball court. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, Melissa. Welcome.
Hi, good evening, members of the board. I don't have a lot of comments to make because all the jokes about the dancing have already been made, and that was kind of going to be my main contribution. But I do want to say that it's my honor and my pleasure at this time to serve in the position of Interim Dean of Social and Behavioral Science in the transition time as the permanent successor to Dean Lamba is being selected. And so I am in a unique position to appreciate the orderly way that he left the office because I, as well as the whole division, have benefited from that. Prior to this role, I had the opportunity to work directly with Sandy in contract bargaining when I was serving as the negotiator for the Faculty Association, and Sandy was serving on the district's team. And so that was sort of the period of time in which we ushered in interest-based approach bargaining. And so he was an invaluable partner in that endeavor, which marked a real cultural change for the college in terms of moving from kind of a positional system where there was always, basically it was an antagonistic system where there was a lot of posturing between the faculty on one side and the administration on the other. And during that period of time, we moved toward a system where we approached bargaining as collective problem solving. And that was the capacity in which I had the chance to work with Sandy the most, and a very excellent partner in that work for always looking at what's going to be the best solution for the college that's going to make our lives easier and support us to serve students while also supporting each other. So that's something that I especially appreciate, as well as when I came into this role in January, he did in fact text me to let me know that the faculty would be expecting at their Flex Day division meeting really good cookies. And he let me know that in time, as well as where to get them and how, so that I was able to show up successfully at that critical first division meeting and deliver on the precedent of cookies. So in every way, I feel that he is the model of the supportive dean, and also has supported me. And so congratulations on your retirement, and we appreciate you.
Sandy. Oh, it's beautiful. Hi.
Hello, good evening. Thank you. Gosh, it's moving. It's emotional to hear so many kind words. If I knew that so many things are going to be said about me so nicely, I would have retired years ago. No, just kidding. as Lene said, yeah, my goal when I came here, I was asked, how long are you going to be here? Because, there was different deans before I got here. And I did say on my first day, my goal is to retire at Solano. And I'm very pleased that I was able to make that promise come true. Even while totaling 240,000 miles commuting over the time, I live 63 miles away. But I thoroughly enjoyed this opportunity. It's truly been a gift for me to spend the last 10 years of my working career, the last decade of my working career here at Solano. And as Melissa mentioned, I didn't even understand the animosity, the us versus them, on the other sides of the bargaining table, or administration versus faculty. My philosophy is there's only we. There's no them. There's no us versus them. There's only we. We all work for Solano. We all have the same goals to give students the best educational experience that we can provide. So I think that helped break down barriers. And one of my goals was also to never have a grievance filed against me in my career. And I'm pleased to say that I've never had a single grievance, because that would mean that I didn't do my job in keeping the door open for communication. And I was also very fortunate that I started with Lene as my school coordinator. So I already had an exceptional leader and a faculty member who I could bounce ideas off of. So rather than me running full steam ahead thinking that I knew best, as the dean, I would always bounce ideas off Lene and say, how do you think the faculty would respond to this? Or what do you think the faculty perspective will be? And Lene would let me know. And yes, I'm sure over the 10 years, I called her bossy a couple of times. I probably referred to her as Dean Jaimes a few times, but we had a great partnership, and together we helped grow the Rising Scholars Program, because social and behavioral sciences is a tremendous part of that program as well. But again, I couldn't ask for a better opportunity than these last 10 years. I'm proud of the work that we accomplished together. I say we because things don't get achieved in isolation. We added new programs such as ethnic studies and social justice studies and elementary teacher education. We hired amazing new faculty over the years to lead those departments. My first full-time hire was Rachel Purdy, who's the next Senate president, also a former instructor of the year here. So again, I couldn't ask for this better opportunity, but I'm humble enough to say that after 10 years, it's time to step aside and let new leaders step into the role and take the division even further than I could have. So with that, thank you very much. I appreciate the opportunity.
Yes, thank you so much for your contributions. Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Sandy. Did you have a comment? Anybody have any additional comments? Yes.
Sandy, I'll just say thank you so much for your service to the college. We really do appreciate your diligence, your hard work, your relationship with the faculty, not just in your division, but across the college. And we will miss you. Sandy has come back already to the campus to provide some business knowledge and also some investment strategies to our students. And so I told him I will definitely be having him back, and that's his wheelhouse. So we're excited to continue a partnership with you while you enjoy your retirement. Thank you.
Oh, right on. Wonderful. I want to see. Yes. Oh, nice. There we go. Perfect. I know. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. And for those great dance moves. Thank you. All right. Do we have a motion?
I make a motion.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
I make a motion for 14B.
For Sandy. All right. It was moved by Vice President Jackie Nguyen and seconded by Trustee Rosemary Thurston to approve the resignation to retire. Is there any discussion? All right, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Abstain? The motion was passed. Congratulations. Thank you. All right, Mr. Abate on 14C.
Thank you again, President Cargo Reed, Dr. Butler, members of the board. This is a new job description that the district is bringing forward. This will help support our Department of Public Safety, specifically related to our parking services. This was created with the help of VP Wheat and Chief Travis in the Department of Public Safety, so we're bringing it forward today for your approval.
All right. Do we have a motion to approve the new CSEA parking service officer position? 14. Do I have a second? It was moved by Trustee Anne Marie Young and seconded by Trustee Dennis Honeychurch to approve the new position. Is there any discussion? Trustee Clinton Voice.
Yeah, thank you. This one I've been on the fence on all week, just thinking about, I know it's a low paying job for considering so many of the other positions that we have, but we've been in long-term conversations about why we have parking fees, and if it's, we don't have a scarcity of parking, and so is this an unneeded fee? We could, and I know some of the arguments have been around a permit allows us to decide who's in our parking lot and not, but we could permit for free as well too. And so one of the arguments has always been well, some of the funds go towards other things, but this is more than we make from parking fees, if I'm not mistaken, or just about what we make from parking fees. And so essentially it seems like a kind of circle, right? Collecting parking fees to pay for a position to check parking fees to collect parking fees. And so I'm a little bit, I get the added benefit of having someone in our parking lots for safety. I don't know what our, if that's a major problem or things. So I just I wanted to maybe just put that out there and see if there was a discussion or other things to talk about. Maybe I could put one question forward too. Is this a position that a student worker could fill or other things like that if we had this position, or by having this job description that would preclude it going through student work?
VP Susan Wheat.
Thank you. So we currently have a temporary employee in this position. We're looking to make it a regular employee so that we can provide benefits and things of that nature. I don't have the amount of the fees that we collect in an annual basis off the top of my head, so I can get that and provide it to Dr. Butler to give to you guys. I do know that we bring in more than what the cost of this position would be. And we do use those fees to help with re-asphalting our parking lots. One of the big ones you'll see coming up tomorrow night is the egress out of the football stadium to allow an easier way for people to not only come in but leave our stadium and redoing that asphalt there. So we do use it for more things. I just don't have that fee off the top of my head.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bumps. All right, call to order.
And I have been speaking with facilities about that as well, yes.
Thank you. Trustee Karima.
So when I first came on the board, I asked this question, and Celia, our past president, said the chancellor required us to have a parking fee. I don't know but then 2 weeks ago when we had that wonderful group of students and the San Mateo doesn't charge the students' fee. So, and my fellow colleague, Mr. Honeychurch, at one point also said that we shouldn't charge a fee. But I agree. I think it's in a county where people are food insecure. It seems to me even $20 is egregious when there's so much parking available. Whether we use that money for other things is neither here nor there. I'm sorry, I think it's awful, but when I was told specifically that the chancellor required us to charge a parking fee. So I'd like that clarified too.
Is there?
I will have to look that up.
Yeah, we're gonna agendize this topic as
Okay.
well in June.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, VP Wheat. Mr. Abate? Oh, yeah. All right, well, all in favor, please say aye. Aye. Yes. We already had the motion, so now we're going to the vote. So, all those in favor, we have 3 ayes.
I'm gonna be a pain in the neck and say no.
I'm going to say aye only because according to VP Wheat, she mentioned that there's already an individual in this slot, correct? And that as a temporary, and that this individual is not getting any benefits. And so we're making this a position where the
I
individual.
can't guarantee the person that's in the position will get the regular position. They have to go through the interview process, but it is for a regular position.
And so my justification is that we're offering benefits for this position. It is low pay for the affordability crisis that's here in California. And so, but my position is I am going to say yes, only because of the fact that it offers benefits. And I think anybody who's going to be working close to full-time deserve to have health benefits and any type of other benefits out there to help them in terms of building their life and getting things started. So I'm gonna say an aye for this one.
Thank you. All right. Well, you have to. All right. Yes. All right. Opposed. So everyone. All right. All right. All right. Okay. With you. Oppose and abstain? Abstain? Okay, opposed, okay. All right. Opposed. All right, so everybody's voted, yes. All right, it's a 5-7. The motion was passed. I mean, sorry, you guys, okay, was it 4 ayes? 5 ayes, 2 noes? All right, thank you, the motion was passed. All right, we're going to move on to Academic Affairs. VP Williams will present these items. Where are we at? Oh, we're on, oh, sorry, forgive me. I turned a page too quickly. All right, we're on 14D, New Classified Manager Cloud Platform Services. VP John.
Thank you, President Cargo-Reed, members of the board. Up before you tonight is a new job description to establish a cloud platforms manager. This is a strategic position that really enables us as technology services to better serve a growing need of cloud-based and SaaS-based and AI-related capabilities that are on the horizon. So just really quick, if you think about our current IT environment, we're grounded, all of our positions, both classified and managers, are really grounded in on-premise infrastructure, like our network that connects everything, and our wide area network with the centers connecting and our outbound internet connection. That's all physical infrastructure that will remain for a long time. And then we have our computers everyone's using, right? So the physical realm, right? That's one pillar, right? And then we have Banner, right? Which is our enterprise resource planning. That's what pays people, registers students, does financial aid. I mean, this software does everything. So that's like its own pillar. And Banner's moving to the cloud, right? The software as a service model. And so that's really like a serverless model, and it's a platform. And everything that connects to Banner, right? And there's dozens and dozens of things that connects to Banner, are no longer behind our firewall, right? So it's a vendor-provided environment. And so identities and identity management becomes the perimeter. And so these all have to be secured. And so we need a management level job to oversee the identities, right? These cloud-based platforms beyond Banner, and as well as upcoming AI platforms, which are coming, right? The state just did a deal with Google last September. That's a whole new platform, and that's not just something you start using. You have to set it up as a platform and maintain it. We have Copilot already in our system. That's a Microsoft AI system. So, and then we have other systems coming along, and so we need a manager to oversee all of that. So I'm asking for the board's approval on this new position.
Thank you so much. Do we have a motion to approve 14D?
I'll second that motion.
All right, it was moved by trustee Anne-Marie Young and seconded by Vice President Jackie Nguyen to approve 14D. Is there any discussion? All right, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? The motion was passed. Thank you very much. Right, we're going to move on to Finance and Administration. VP Wheat will present these items, 14E, the
Yes.
addendum for...
Thank you, President Cargo-Reed, members of the board. This is an addendum to the Solano County Office of Education. We bring this to you every year because we share expenses and services with the county in our graphics department. And they provide the personnel. We provide part of the payment, they provide part of the payment. And it's a really great partnership that we have with them for our graphics department. So I'm asking for your approval to extend it throughout next year.
Thank you so much. Do we have a motion to approve 14E?
I'll make the motion to approve, 14E.
I second the motion.
It was moved by trustee Quentin Boyce and seconded by trustee Anne-Marie Young to approve the 14E. Is there any discussion?
Just wanted to clarify, the fiscal impact is not an increase from this addendum. It's just extending it, so we're paying for another year. Great, okay.
Thank you. All right. Any other questions? All right, thank you. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? The motion was passed. Right, moving on to Academic Affairs, VP Williams will present. 14.
Yes, tonight we're presenting some curriculum items to the board. I don't believe our curriculum chair, Sarah Barsness, is zooming in, so in her absence, I will just present this. The Curriculum Committee is a subcommittee of the Academic Senate. This is just a reflection of one or two of the meetings that happened during this semester. There were other curriculum that went through. This just reflects one of our meetings. This particular meeting was focused heavily on our auto technology program and some curriculum updates and program enhancements and improvements that they went through. So this has been endorsed. It's gone through the Senate. They've endorsed it, and now we're presenting it to you tonight for your approval.
Thank you. Do we have a motion to approve 14F?
I make a motion that we approve item 14F.
All right, it was moved by trustee Rosemary Thurston and seconded by trustee Anne-Marie Young to approve the resolution for the approval of the curriculum items 2026. Is there any discussion?
I have a question, if I may.
Yes, VP Jackie.
VP Williams, I have a question. Under the new program, there's a Honda Automotive Technician Program. I think that's pretty cool. So would that give our students a leg up in regards to perhaps Honda Automotive hiring them out of this program here, sir?
Yeah, absolutely. We have similar agreements in our aeronautics program with Delta. We have a program also in Autotech with agreement with Mercedes-Benz. So Honda will actually provide us with training materials specific to Honda vehicles. They'll also provide us with a number of vehicles to work on to help lead our students to Honda certification, which obviously they want employees when those students graduate. So this is an amazing MOU that we're creating with Honda.
Fantastic.
And one of our instructors was probably the #1 Honda technician in the state of California, and we hired him away from Honda. So we are eminently qualified to offer this training.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wonderful. All right. So all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? The motion was passed. Thank you. We're going to move on to 14H. Endpoint security and threat detection platform.
Thank you
John.
again, President Cargo-Reed, members of the board. Up for your approval rather is an agreement being sold through CDWG for district endpoint security and threat detection platform. I did brief the board during closed session on the specifics of this, but we're looking at using a cooperative purchase agreement through College Buys program to purchase 1 year of endpoint services at a cost of $119,084 being paid for by security funds that we get from the state, so it's categorical. Of that amount, $60,000 are one-time implementation costs for professional services to get up and running. Annually increases will be anywhere from 5 to 10% moving forward. So I'm asking for the board's approval of this.
Thank you. Do we have a motion to approve?
A second.
Second motion.
All right, it was
Sorry,
moved by
second.
trustee Honeychurch, seconded by trustee Quinton Boyce to approve the resolution. All those is there any discussion? Questions? No, good. All right, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstained? The motion was passed. Thank you. We're gonna move on to information items. All right, announcements. I have one after.
Go ahead.
I actually do have an information item that this weekend is Memorial Weekend, as we know, and the Bud Harlem Marine League Detachment 1486, they're going to be do a series of the flag placements and, ceremonies for our fallen, and that's going to be in Vacaville, Elmira Cemetery at 8:30 on Saturday. And they're also going to be at the Veteran Cemetery. It's called the Sacramento Valley Veteran Cemetery right off of 80. And we're also doing, I guess they're doing a parade as well to honor the fallen. And on Monday in Vacaville at the Elmira Cemetery, that will be at 11 a.m. So it's also online if you wish to come and lay flags and give honor to the fallen. And that's all from me. Oh, that's right. Tomorrow we have graduation, and I am so excited. And that's not new information, but I'm just saying I'm excited to go tomorrow and on Saturday to the Fire Academy celebration. So, graduation. Thank you. Vice President Jackie Wen.
Thank you, President Cargo-Reed. Ditto, I'll be attending the Fire Academy graduation. Just wanted to say that at the last Solano Community School Board Association meeting, there was a discussion and passage of fees that we'll be starting to collect again because we have not done so since COVID hit. And being treasurer 2 times, this is my 2nd year, I would like to leave the association in good shape in regards to the fees and dues. And so there was a proposal that was discussed in regards to if there is a board of 5, the fees would be $100. If there's a board of 7, the fee would be $140. So that is going to be coming up. And this is a yearly fee. It's not like a monthly fee. It will start July 1st and goes all the way into the following year in June 30th. So I want to report back to fellow trustees that this has happened. And so we're going to be committed to collecting the fees to keep the association going. And on a personal note, if I may just say, this week, the past 2 weeks have been a whirlwind for me in terms of, I believe I attended 6 to 8 different smaller commencement events, and it's been great to see a lot of the smiling faces and the students and the parents and also the faculty there. A big shout out to the ANAPI Student Achievement Program, to Leah and to Professor Maria, who invited me to be the keynote speaker. I felt very special, so thank you so much for having me. Once again, I am going to be remiss that I am not able to attend the commencement exercise event tomorrow, but I will be cheering everybody on and watching you guys online. So
And why are, let's give a shout out, Vice President
No, we
Jackie.
don't need another
What's that-
shout out.
what is
We're
that-
done.
What is the
No,
name of
no,
that
no, no.
award again? I'm sorry. What was the name of it?
Oh, it's the
Johnny-
National Asian American Pacific Public Affairs. It's a very long name, and so we're having the award ceremony tomorrow. So I'll be receiving that award, and I will be thinking of Solano Community College and the work that I'm doing in terms of mentoring our future student leaders here. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Wonderful. And you're gonna, Trustee Quentin Voice has the next.
Sure, I announced it last time as well, too. I just sort of wanted to remind, a week from tomorrow, on the 28th, similar to our graduation, smaller ceremonies, we recognize each of our graduates from our dual enrollment program here at early college. So it's a senior awards night. So they have, graduation the following week, but this is a senior awards night where we can recognize all that they accomplished. Many of them are finishing with associates. I'll try to get that actual number soon. We should get it very soon. And so we honor them for everything they finished at awards night on the 28th at 6 p.m. Sorry, I lost my calendar. 6 p.m. It's not on campus. It's at the Fairfield Civic Center. And so if you would like to go, just let me know. So I make sure that we have a spot for you, because we'll give students all the tickets that are available, because everyone's got big families. So we want to give some spots. So let me know if you would like to join. And I just wanted to also say too, I love, this time of year to be busy going to all these ceremonies. Yeah, it is busy on our calendars, but to our, not to toot our horn, we just get to show up and be happy. So I wanted to thank you and your staff too. I know Lisa Neely's staff runs around, make all of these things happen. And so I just want to thank you both and your staffs for making these happen. I know that it is not easy to get, students to respond and give their statements and do all the things that you have to do to make this work. So thank you very much.
Just before you leave, because she's in the audience, Dr. Gabby Ballesteros.
Yes, Gabby, thank you.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I saw you. You were out there in that blazing heat, and you've been at all the ceremonies. So yes, thank you so much, and the VP team, and just this has been a wonderfully coordinated, and I cannot wait to see how happy our students and their families are tomorrow night.
And when we sit on the far side, we can see you backstage managing managing the graduates, making sure they know where to go, when to stand up with things. We see you. We get it. Yes. We're on the far side, so we're like, yep, Gabby's got it. So thank you.
Cheerleader right over here. Yes, Neely.
Privilege really quickly to also obviously honor Dr. Ballesteros, but what an amazing value to the college and hire, because this year we had more people, students, parents, supporters, literally filling the theater, which we'd never done before with the group of all of the different affinities. So obviously hats off to you and your team. So thank you, Gabby, for being amazing.
Wonderful. Thank you. Information items, announcements. All right, with that being said, I'm going to do your favorite part. With having no more items, do I have a motion to adjourn?
I move we adjourn the meeting.
All right. May I have a second? All right. It is moved by Trustee Rosemary Thurston, and seconded by Trustee Anne Marie Young to adjourn the meeting. Mr. Honeychurch, at 8:31 p.m. There being no further business to come before the board, we have adjourned at 8:31 again. Thank you. Have a good